Greetings, YouTube. Happy Wednesday. There's so much new content as I claim this crystal. So much new content in today's challenge, in today's mini gifts from Kabam. And now, of course, we've had insect gifts, or as we like to call them, bugs, so far in the contest. So many that it's actually hard to keep track, and there are literally forum posts dedicated to all the different bugs. But we do have, in a combination of everything going on, from a new champion spotlight, I still think this guy looks like a mixture between like Green Goblin from the original Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 1, Raimi's edition, and like a Power Ranger movie. The colors are just insanely bright. Probably some Pokemon too, as well. And then we've got, the first look at the negative zone. And then on top of that, we've got a new boss rush. And on top of that, we've got bounty missions. Don't complain about not having enough content. This is even before the next variant chapter comes out. But now, in addition to that, we have a Tier 5 Catalyst Fragment pack that limits 3 per summoners. Notice how there are not any uncollected or Cavalier titles. It's just, if you want the Cavalier Tier 5 Catalyst Fragment pack, here you go. So this is an interesting pack for 2 reasons. One is we're almost at the point that I wish we were at. So I have been saying that I really want this Tier 5 Catalyst Fragment pack. I really want this thing to have half of a third or 1/6 per $50 worth of Tier 5 basic Catalyst Fragments. We've almost gotten there. For the longest time, we saw basically the equivalent of 4,500 Tier 5 basic Catalyst Fragments for $50. Now, thanks to the Glory Store, you can now I get 2,700 Tier 5 basic Catalyst Fragments every time I complete Alliance Quest with the majority of my glory. But really, what this should be is 7,500 Tier 5 basic Catalyst Fragments. So at least for an Odin's asking price of $100, you get 7,500 Tier 5 basic for half of that, or for an Odin, 15,000. So in theory, even though it's still a lot of money, a lot of money, like the equivalent of a console plus games, plus I always like to give the reference because no one even knows what they are anymore. We used to give you Rumble packs. Remember those? Memory cards. Remember those? Everything wasn't just a hard drive. Man, we're old. But anyhow, 15,000 Tier 5 basic Catalyst Fragments should be the expectation for an Odin right now. So half of that would be 7,500 for $49.99. And of course, if you live in countries like Canada or certainly India or Australia, you're going to be paying more than that. Now, I also think at this stage in the game that Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst should be priced, keyword should be priced at 36,000 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments per $50. So this is also 12,000 Tier 2 Alpha short of ideally what I would like it. If this was 7,500 Tier 5 Basic and 36,000 Tier 2 Alpha, I would be much more reluctant to give it at least a B grade. But because we are lacking 12,000 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments per bundle pack, and because we are lacking about 750 Tier 5 basic Catalyst Fragments per pack, it is not going to get anything higher than a fairly average 75% grade. And on top of that, I will say it's worth noting, you get some boosts as well, a greater attack boost, a greater health boost, and 200,000 gold. I say this every time we talk about gold in videos, and there are several summoners that have recently reached out to me. I don't know why it's happening right now, but you are gold depleted. You do not have the needed gold to rank up a champion. I think for $50, you should get at least 500,000 gold per pack. I do believe that the going rate for an Odin asking price should be 1 million gold. Therefore, half of this should be half of 1 million. So they don't even give you a fourth of that. They don't even give you 250,000 gold. They are stuck at 200,000, which is also pretty darn lame. So obviously this is what they say geared toward the whales, because even though this is not an exceptional value by any means, there are still going to be people that jump on the opportunity to pick this thing up and do their best to rank up their next 5-star to rank 5 or 6-star to rank 2, depending on your situation. So I'm going to give this a solid 75%. This is a very average upper tier deal for the asking price of $50. I do think it's worth noting that they are going to more of a July 4th Cyber Monday type deal, where now for the same price as the Black Panther Treasure or the Allfather Odin's Value, you'll get to limit 3 on the purchases. They used to do, and they still do in some ways, the tiered system where they'll say $19.99 and then $29.99 and then $49.99. Now it's just, hey, it's $50 and you can buy 3 of them. So, in this case, of course, if I was to get 3 of these, which I'm not going to, I would get almost 20,000 Tier 5 Basic, which, as you can see, it's like Kabam knows, right? It's like they know that that I'm going to need, literally, to form my next Tier 5 Basic, exactly 20,000. Like, they've just micro-targeted my account, and they're like, Prof Hoff, we know you grade every one of our offers, so we're just going to give you something to tempt you that can give you your next fully formed Tier 5 Basic Catalyst. So, joke's on me, I guess. I don't know. So, it's a C. It's not an F, and it's not an A. It's just a exceptionally average deal. Good luck with the new content in the game. I hope that you find it well. I'll be looking to try to clear as much of it as I can tonight on a live stream, at least enough to open another 5-star crystal, as I am also very close to a 6-star crystal. So hope to see many of you there around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, as always. And until then, thanks for watching and supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel.